Obviously, this is symbolic, right?
It's not about the money. You know, Zynga, Pincus has hundreds of millions of dollars. He's worth $800 million by our estimates. He doesn't need a salary. This is sort of about sending a message to investors. I'm on board with this company, and I have a plan to make it better.
He's not the first tech CEO to do this. I mean, Steve Jobs did it. Others have done it as well.
Yeah, this is a Silicon Valley tradition. So when Steve Jobs returned to Apple in the 90s, Apple was in trouble then. You know, it was down on the ropes, and they needed kind of a miracle to save it. Steve Jobs came in and said, look, one of the first things I'm going to do is take $1 salary, basically work for free, because he had money also. He was already independently wealthy, and he, you know, wanted to show to his investors and his employees that he was committed kind of on his own to make it work.
Who else does it?
The Google guys, Elon Musk at Tesla, Zuckerberg, Meg Whitman, you know, the list goes on and on.
So obviously Zynga is struggling. A lot of people have called for Pincus to be out. Someone tweeted back at me, he's still overpaid.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he's got his work cut out for him. I think that we're probably not going to see him go anywhere. This is his baby. He started the Zynga in 2007. He's determined to kind of turn it around and save it. He talked about, last October, they're cutting down a lot of costs. They've been doing some layoffs. They've been closing offices and shutting down games. And they're really focused on making mobile work, because most of Zynga's players are going to mobile devices where Zynga doesn't have the same level of success that it had in the web. So he's kind of really got to hunker down and, focus on mobile and building great new experiences, and perhaps, doing this kind of salary and sending this message to employees and investors is one way to kind of earn that.
Right, but is this going to satisfy the naysayers, or are they going to come back and say, look, he's still not the right person to run the company. I don't care how much money he makes or doesn't make.
Zynga has made so much noise and been such a high-profile company, and it's always been in the spotlight. I don't think he will ever satisfy the naysayers, and I think there will always be an audience of critics for this company, regardless of whether it succeeds or fails.
At this point, how would you say the turnaround is going so far?
Slowly. They report results in a couple weeks, so we're going to get a better look at that pretty soon, but no huge successes yet. There's still executives leaving. Dan Porter, the OMG Pop guy, left at the very end of his first year at the company, which is not a good sign. And they're struggling to produce a mobile hit. They don't have the Farmville 2, the Farmville success story of the mobile environment yet. So we're still waiting for that.
And the bottom line is he's still not really working for free.
That's right.
Okay.
He's getting paid his stock.